So let's talk about how to focus for 8+ hours a day. That may seem like a lot to you, but in this video, you will learn exactly how to do it and how to do it easily. Because right now, I focus for probably like 10 hours to 12 hours a day, even though I'm making $50K a month. I just do it because I love it. And when you learn how to focus and you apply that focus to something you're interested in, you love, it's like the best video game ever created. It's the game of real life. So I'm going to teach you how to play and how to actually win and how to get good at this. So when I first started 3 years ago, I I was trying to change up my diet, and I noticed that I had a little bit more focus by not eating junk food. Who would have thought? And I started to get obsessed with focus. And then I started figuring out, how can I focus as hard as humanly possible? And I literally went from focusing maybe 20 minutes a day on work to focusing an hour, and then 2 hours, and then 3 hours. And then next year, 4, 5, 6, and then 8. And now like 10, 12, some days even crazier if it's like a launch day or something. But so how do you focus for 8+ hours? Because that's honestly the key to your success. Is if you're working 1 hour a day and I'm working 8, when a month of your work goes by, I've already accomplished 8 months of your work in that same time period. So you got to learn how to focus. Focus is the key to progression in your life. So the first step is if here's like a baseline focus, and your focus muscle, we're gonna treat your focus like a muscle. If it is so detrained that you're in the negative, like you're really bad, the first step is getting you back to the positive. And so the first things you do about this is we must remove all distractions. And I know you've probably heard that before, but I want to kind of go into more depth of why this is. You see, your brain works off of comparison. So here's what I mean. Think about when you're turning the music up in your car, and the music is at like, let's just say 20, and it's not that loud, so you turn it up to like 26 or 27, and you're like, all right, this is pretty loud. But then you turn it up to 33, and then you come back down to 27, and 27 sounds quiet, even though it was just louder from 20. That's because your brain works off comparison. Or let's say you go and eat a piece of chocolate, and then you go to eat a strawberry, and the strawberry just tastes like bland water. That's because your brain works off of comparison. So when you are playing video games, when you're watching TikTok, when you're watching any short form, when you're doing anything that's super stimulating, when you go to work, your brain's going to go, this is bland. It's not going to want to do it, guys. Not at all. So you're down here, and we've got to get you back up here. You've got to stop doing things that are stimulating. And if you can't do this, you're going to be a loser forever. I'm sorry. Because you can't focus. And if you can't focus, you can't create change. You can't help people, and you're just going to be a loser. So don't be a loser. It takes a while, but just slowly increase it. So start playing video games less and less. Start playing them at the end of the day, not the start of the day. Get rid of your phone. Put your phone on black and white. I did that for a year, had my phone on black and white. Do whatever it takes to get less stimulation out of your day. Then, once we have this, once you've removed distractions, turn notifications off your phone, get rid of all short form, anything stimulating, your brain is in a state where it could probably focus on something for a little while. We want to start increasing that focus. So here's what we do. Anytime you go to work, you want to set a timer on your phone for how long you're going to work. You also want to set an intention for exactly what you're doing. So before you open your computer, you need to have a notepad that says, hey, I'm going to do this thing. That's all I'm doing. That way you're focused. Your brain knows I'm not just going to click on all these things. I'm going to do this one thing. Then you set a timer so that you have a time frame to focus for it. And do not do anything until the timer goes off, but work. And so now we are training yourself to focus. So start with 10 minutes, start with 15 minutes, then go to 30, then go to 45, then go to 60. That's exactly what I did to train my focus. And then the next step is focus training. Basically just meditation. But when I say meditation, I don't mean like woo-woo, like, oh, let me meditate and enlightenment. No. It's just simply training your focus. I did this for years. I have thousands and thousands of minutes that I tracked for meditation because I wanted to train my focus. And so what I did was I would sit down, I would set a timer for 15 minutes, and I would breathe, and I would focus on the feeling of my breath. And about every 30 seconds or every 60 seconds, my mind would wander about, hey, I wonder, does a blue cow have blueberry milk? Like just stupid stuff. And then you realize that your brain is wondering and you bring it back. That is like a rep. That is like one rep of a push-up for your brain. And so all you do is you just do those reps over and over again. Don't get mad at yourself because you're gonna suck. You're gonna be really bad if you've never done this. Like your brain is gonna wander every 5 seconds. But just bring it back to focus on the feeling of your breath, or focus the feeling of your butt sitting in a chair. Just focus your attention on something and concentrate on it and bring your focus back to it. And when you do that for 15 minutes every day, it'll change your life. 99% of you won't do it. So I don't even know what I'm telling you. But maybe for the one person that watches this that actually will do it, dude, you're welcome. This could change your life. And so now we've gotten rid of distractions. We've gotten rid of stimulation. So your brain's actually in a state where it can actually work on something and enjoy it. Now we've started training your focus to help you focus more. We give you guidelines for actually how to focus. Now it's time for the big overall macro thing that I can bless you guys with today. You have to become addicted to the game of real life. And how you do this is we use cheat codes that video games use to hack our psychological levers to actually make us want to do stuff. And so there's two that I want to talk about. The first and most important is tracking. Okay. So think about in a Call of Duty game, whenever you had an achievement like unlock this camo, it would say you need to get 75 headshots to unlock this camo. So you had this big desired outcome, which was the camo, but you also had a tactical, like step-by-step way to get there. So for instance, if you want to grow a YouTube channel, you should say your big goal could be 1,000 subscribers. But your tactical goal, your call's goal, should be making 250 videos. So you can track how many videos that you make. That way you actually feel like you're making progress every day. So instead of just having a goal of 1,000 subscribers and just not knowing exactly how to cause that goal and be able to track it, now you can track every single day what you're doing. Like for instance, I make like 700 videos on this channel. That's the plan for this year, which is ridiculous. But I don't even have like an effect goal. I have no goal for this channel. It's just to make the videos because I understand that I only care about inputs now. That's where I get my dopamine from, is by doing the actions, not like the big goals. So just like a video game, when you get 5 headshots, 10 headshots, 20 headshots, you see yourself getting closer and closer to that goal. You need to be tracking your inputs. And so set an input goal and start tracking those. What that's going to do is going to reward you on a much shorter time cycle. So instead of having to wait 6 months, 12 months to like hit your goal, and you probably don't even hit it, honestly, let's be real. You don't hit your goals because you wouldn't be watching this video if you didn't. You can actually hit your goals because you're tracking your inputs now. So how you track how many hours you work, track how many videos you make, track how many pieces of copy you write, track how many hours you spend studying the skill. Like just track the inputs that are going to lead to you getting those outputs. So that's the first thing, is tracking. And the second thing is achievements. Just like a video game has achievements, you want to just track the things in your life that you've achieved every single month. Like I would literally do this for every month. I have my old achievement logs. I could just see like, wow, this happened on this day. I remember I'm not going to find it because it might take me a second, but I have a notebook where I hit my first 200 subscribers and I'm like freaking out. I'm like, I hit 200 subs like on one of my old channels. But track all those achievements because that also shortens the cycle, the reward cycle, and gets you addicted to playing the game. And yeah, it's insane what happens, guys. I've seen multiple people come through my coaching program and who have taken this principle head on and have got addicted to playing the game of real life, and they are crushing it right now. So I'm so excited. Hopefully this helps you, and see you guys later.